Well, I'm rushing to County 021, that is Murang'a County, and I'm interested in particular with this one town, which is the fastest growing town in Mount Kenya region. I'll tell you more about that. The Daily Nation, which is one of the most authoritative newspaper in the country, refers to the town as the dangerous Las Vegas of Kenya. Partying, heavy drinking, gambling, prostitution, and fine dining are some of the major aspects that the writers compare with the US Las Vegas. The town goes by the name Kenol, so let's meet there in a few seconds. So the town of the day is about 10 meters from here, so we are in the outskirts. I'll be taking you around the entire town. I will also be giving you some interesting facts and the numbers about the area. Like for instance, did you know that 3% of all the males boys in Murang'a aged between 12 and 15 are married? I'll be telling you more about that. This is the point where we leave the highway. You can see it on my right. That is the Nyeri highway. While this one that I'm following is the Murang'a highway. But don't forget that the two roads meet again in Nyeri town. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the famous Kenol Town. And I think it will be nice if I show you the map so that you can know where exactly I'm at. There you go. That's a beautiful map of the surrounding area and Kenol Town at the center. And the big water body you see around, that is Masinga Dam, the biggest dam in the country, which is used for hydroelectric power production. Well, I got to the town like an hour ago, just had lunch and spoke to some few old timers. There are a few things I wanted to know about the town from the locals. I did that in camera. Quite unfortunate I did not show them here. But remember, village to town is about places, not faces. And by the way, shout out to you all for always supporting Mr. Lone Traveler without caring whether my face is blue, green, purple, whether I'm short or tall. That's crazy love, and I appreciate it. So I want to explore this beautiful town from this road. This is the road that goes all the way to Murang'a Town. I don't know how to explain it, but on my right is Murang'a Town. There are also some towns like Sabasaba. There's another one called Maragua. And by the way, shout out to one Aizo. And another old-timer called Njogonawa Evergreen. They are always on my case as they want me to visit that particular town. Of course, I'll be doing so very soon. But before then, let's hit Kenol Town Center, which is right in front. As I told you, this is one of the biggest towns in Murang'a County. In fact, it is surpassing Murang'a Town, which is the capital of the county. And apart from the population, one of the major aspects that is making this town to surpass Murang'a Town is infrastructure. Remember the famous Keno-Isiolo highway is just next to the town? It is just a proposed 330 kilometers long superhighway. And in fact, the first phase is complete, which is the Keno-Marwa dual carriageway. Also, the only shopping mall in the county is in town. And also a lot of nyama choma joints. It seems like goats and beef are the major cash crops here. The growing town has a total population of 44,086 people. That's according to the Kenyan Bureau of Statistics. And in regarding to gender distribution, females form a slight majority, as usual, at 51.9%, which is equivalent to 22,876, while males come in second at 21,209 people, which is approximately 48.1% of the total population. And in terms of the intersex, only one person identified with the group in town. I want to turn left as I want to show you this part of the town before I show you the rest. I will also be going to the interior part of the town and also the other side of the highway, which is rarely covered. But in the meantime, let me officially welcome you to our YouTube channel, Village to Town TV. a channel that is dedicated to continue showcasing beautiful villages, towns, and cities across the continent of Africa. I go by the name Mr. Lone Traveler, just an ordinary, lonely old-timer who only finds solace in visiting lonely places. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free, but means everything to us. You can also check out our sister channel, which is Kikuyu Traveling Media. Well, back to the video. So far so good. The town looks nice. It is quite busy. And I can see everyone is going about their business. I can see it is a busy one. And the state of infrastructure in town is perfect. You can see the internal roads are well tarmacked. Electricity is everywhere. Also businesses are thriving. Like for instance, I'm a bit far from the town center. And I can see businesses on both sides of the road are doing quite well. The town was established in the 90s. That was after the construction of the road that goes to Murang'a Town. I'm sure that most old-timers can recall that. Back then, if you wanted to go to Murang'a Town from Thika or the Nairobi side, you had no option but to use the Nyeri Nairobi highway and go all the way to a place called Sagana. That's how you would find the road that branches off to Murang'a Town. But that is long gone, although the road is still there. But at the junction of the old road and the new road, there used to be a popular petrol station that went by the name Kenol, after which the town was born. Now you can see how big and beautiful the town is. The good old book tells us never despise small beginnings. And Kenol must be a perfect example, brethren. Trust me, I'm loving the place. It is quite developed. I can see beautiful apartments all over. I even get the feeling like I'm somewhere in Murang'a County, which is just next to Nairobi City. The land is also quite fertile. It is super gorgeous. You can see right in front. It seems like the maize season is not far from now. I will also be giving you the land prices in a few. So my investor friends, both current and aspiring one, stay tuned. We are just getting started. I'm still having a good time in Kenol Town. It is a beautiful evening here. The sun is setting. Let me check the time. It's around 4:40 p.m. this beautiful month of June 2025. And it is good to remind you that we are still in Murang'a County, County 21. And the area is called Mitaboni, not Mitamboni, in Kandara constituency. And just as a fun fact as usual, let me show you the beautiful flag of Murang'a County. And you will tell me whether it is a miss or a hit. Just write to us down on the comment section below and we'll appreciate. I can see the highway right in front. That is the Kenol Marwa dual carriageway. It starts right here at Kenol, and it serves most towns in Mount Kenya East such as Embu, Meru, Maua. It also goes all the way to northeastern Kenya and to Moyale, which is the border town on the Kenyan-Ethiopian border. It is a major one. You can also see the type of businesses that are in town. These are huge investments. Auto Express Garage, Bata Shoe Company, Oppo mobile phone distributors. These are top Kenyan brands, and you can see that the town future is super bright. Well, I want to turn around and hit the highway. We want to see the status of the town along the highway. You can also see some shanties right in front. Those are small-scale traders along the highway. And mind you, they play quite a significant role as far as building the economy is concerned. I'll be giving you the numbers later concerning the economy, especially regarding the fact that Murang'a County is considered as one of the richest counties in the country. In fact, they say that in every 10 billionaires in Kenya, 8 come from Murang'a. We will see whether that is a fallacy or the truth from the numbers. Of course, I'll give you the official numbers from the Kenyan Bureau of Statistics, and you be the judge. So this is the famous highway, and I also want to go to the other side of the town. Remember, the highway cuts the town into two. Unfortunately, I don't see a flyover or a roundabout ahead. Maybe I'll have to go to Nyeri, some more than 100 kilometers from here, just to turn around. Well, I hope it will turn out that I was just kidding. So let's meet on the other side of the town with more numbers on poverty rate, land prices, some more interesting facts about Murang'a, and I will also take you to the village side of the town where the people lives. Well, I'm making my way to the other side of the town, and this seems to be the residential area. I'll be turning right in a few seconds. Just to go deeper and see how the people lives. I also want to see whether the town is only developing at the town center. So it seems like the small road is under construction, but in terms of private development, I'm just wowed. You can see the numbers of apartments on my left, and all seems to be new. I can also see more right in front. It seems like every investor is running to the town. Well, Murang'a County is a county of 1,060,000 people. It is one of the most populated counties in the country. In fact, it ranks position 18 out of the 47 counties in Kenya. You can see the list. It is right after Kitui County. Quite interesting, right? In terms of the fertility rate, that is every woman that has attained the age of childbearing, the average is 3 children per woman. That is slightly below the national average, which is at 3.4 children per woman. Not so bad. I think we are doing right as a country. In fact, I'm told some countries like South Korea have very low fertility rate, officially at 0.7 children per woman. That tells you that it is even rare to find a woman with 1 kid in that country. Well, Nigeria has the highest. It is a country in the Sahel region. The average is 6.1 children per woman, and that is as of 2023. So with Murang'a at 3.2, that's quite a good one. I can see the lady on my left is about to add to that statistics. Bless her. I can also see more beautiful kids all over. I think the town is living up to the numbers. Well, I'm still amazed by how fast this place is developing, and especially the number of the new apartments. I think it will be only fair if I give you the land prices. So let's quickly check out the real estate segment before I give you more numbers about the town. Well, I saw 3 plots of land in town measuring 40 by 80, all listed by different sellers in different parts of the town, each going for 650,000 Kenya shillings. What a coincidence. I also saw 50 by 100 going for 1 million Kenya shillings. That's an eighth of an acre. I also saw a quarter of an acre, which is 100 by 100 going for 1.9 million Kenya shillings. And I'm sure with that information you can estimate the price of any plot of land in town. For instance, it is easier to see that an eighth of an acre is going for 1 million Kenya shillings, a quarter is going for 2 million, and a half is going for 4 million. And so an acre is going for 8 million Kenya shillings. Well, I want to turn around. I might keep going and find myself in Somalia. But let me quickly give you the prices for rental apartments in this town. I saw 1 bedroom going for 9,000, a 2 bedroom going for 12,000, and a 3 bedroom house with own compound going for 30,000 Kenya shillings per month. It is also good to know that Thika town is only 12 kilometers away from here, which is just an 11-minute drive. So I want to give you more numbers on poverty rates in Murang'a County as you explore the residential area. So according to the Kenyan Bureau of Statistics, Murang'a County's overall headcount poverty rate as of 2022 was 30.1%. So that means that in every 10 people you meet, 3 people are poor in Murang'a County. So the county is above the national average. Remember, the Kenyan overall poverty rate is at 39.8%. And so about 4 out of 10 Kenyans are brokies. And remember, there are 2 rates of poverty as far as the Kenyan government is concerned. So we have the poor people and the hardcore poor. Now, which are brokies of brokies? So the government estimates that Murang'a County has a hardcore poverty rate of 2.5%. So this is about 29,000 people, and this is relatively lower than the country's hardcore poverty rate of 7.1%. And so you can imagine a national average of 7.5 and that of Murang'a 2.5, and you can see that Murang'a is doing quite well. While the estimated number of people living in food poverty in Murang'a is 26.3% against the national average of 31.7%. So I want to share the poverty rate in Murang'a by constituency as of 2019, and the poorest is Maragua, leading at almost 25%, and that is understandable. Some parts of the constituencies are a bit dry, and the richest is Gatanga constituency, with only 12% of the people living in poverty. So another piece of statistics about this county that really caught my attention is on teenage marriages. So according to the national government, the proportion of married males aged 12 to 15 years in Murang'a County was 3% as of 2022. Well, 3% is quite a small number, but I honestly never thought there was a boy aged 15 that was married in any part of the world. By any chance that a minor? And by that age you are very young to face any marital problems. But such is life. Well, in terms of their female counterpart, the proportion of married females in the same age group was 3.2% in Murang'a County. Also note that 4.5% of all the females aged 12 and 18 in Murang'a County are married. Those are kids, for God's sake. Well, the rate of teenage pregnancies in Murang'a County, comprising of women aged 15 to 19 who have ever been pregnant, was 7.4% as of 2022. Well, some shocking numbers right there, but let me leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this far. It was a pleasure having you in the beautiful town of Kenol, Murang'a County. So before I leave the town, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Village to Town TV, a channel that is dedicated to continue showcasing beautiful villages, towns, and cities across the continent of Africa. Also like the video so that it can be recommended to as many people as possible, and smash the notification bell so that every time we post, you will be among the first few people to be notified. Also tell us, what do you think about Kenol Town? Will you consider living here? Just keep the conversation going, and especially if you come from this area. Just drop a fact or two about your town and we will appreciate. Also don't forget to check our sister channel, Kikuyu Traveling Media. Thank you.